Hey guys, what's up? Hope all is well. Alright, so in this video, I kind of just want to share something I wrote during my shroom trip. I know my camera's not the best, but um, so I had a shroom trip. In case you guys didn't know, if you watched my last video, um, I kind of talk a little bit more about it in regards to a specific revelation, but these are some of the earlier ones because I ended up taking more. So, um, here's what I wrote. It says something that psychedelics help me understand are the little things I can do to stimulate and break in patterns and loops and cycles. So, like, basically, what I was saying is, I'm just gonna read it real quick and kind of like paraphrase it real quick. Basically, what I was saying is, like, the shrooms started teaching me that, like, there are so many little things you can do to start breaking out of these loops and cycles that some of us fall into. Um, I'm sure most of you guys have heard about like the whole dopamine thing and like how, with all this stimuli from like social media and even like uh, apps and websites on the laptop and computers, the internet in general is very stimulating. And basically, what I was writing here is I said, you basically have to be careful with the internet because it kind of gives the illusion that you're seeking adventure. It gives the illusion that you're doing something different. But in actuality, like physically, like from an outside looking in perspective, you're still sitting in bed rotting. You're still sitting at your desk. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of creates a disconnect in our biology where, like, usually in the past, like, we would have to get out of our comfort zones. We would have to do new things. Like, we would have to travel. We would have to do that. And, like, when you're sitting in bed all day or when you're sitting on your desk on the internet, you basically start to, like, get addicted to that instant gratification. And from an outside looking in perspective, physically, you're still sitting or laying there, like I said, which makes it harder to, it kind of conditions you to stay in a loop. It starts conditioning your body to not seek change, right? And seeking change is how you really live a good, fulfilling life. It's how you have soul growth. It's how you don't stay depressed. That's why, I don't know if you guys have heard, like that funny thing I seen the other day was Trump was saying that the best way to beat depression is to work hard, to get a job. And I think he's right to an extent in the sense of like, if you go to get a new job and you actually kind of like fall in love with the process of having that change, of seeking that new thing, that's good. You won't be depressed. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to work and while you're at work, all you can do is think about when you get home to bed rot more, then it's not going to be good. So, take it with a grain of salt. Um, but yeah, I was, my bad. I was just reading this. What else did I say? I said knowledge is powerful, sure, but not more powerful than constantly seeking new paths, new lessons, new horizons, and true hard work and soul growth. That is what gives us the ability to be present and to flow harmoniously. So, like, the internet is super good for knowledge, right? Knowledge is powerful, but not more powerful than those other things I mentioned, right? Because knowledge doesn't necessarily require presentness, and it can lead to unpresentness. And I said, God and Jesus are the way for remembering how to achieve this after being in the loop for so long. Don't underestimate the true holy light. That's another thing. If you haven't watched my other video about me reconnecting with Jesus and the Christ consciousness energies, because that was a huge step for me, because I had kind of ended my relationship with Jesus and God for a long time because of my spiritual beliefs and because like of the programming. You can still work with Jesus and God and not necessarily be Christian. You can still work with other beings and still work with Jesus and God, and it's amazing, trust me. And that's another thing I found out on this journey, or I should say on this trip. But yeah, I said psychedelics help me to understand that the little things I do, that there are little things I can do to stimulate a break in the pattern for bad loops. It can be as simple as changing body language, how you breathe, how you carry yourself, how I react, who I react to, how much, etc. Basically talking about the little changes I can make within my own personality, right? And like even just sitting here right now, where is my energy right now? You get what I'm saying? And I was saying the little things are what really matter anyways, because no one can really take that away from you when you build it on the inside. I said you can find success in many ways that don't require hard work. They can be given to you. So say you grow up in a rich family, you can be given success. Like some people grow up in a rich family and they're given all these things, but then something catastrophic in their life happens, and then all of a sudden they're nobody and they don't know what the heck to do. Whereas I'm saying, if you do focus on the little things anyway, right? Like no matter what happens in your life, you'll still be that badass. So like if you build the little things and you really focus on being in the present moment from the little changes that you make in your life, like it could be as simple as your posture, how you're talking, you know, and being aware of all the little things, it kind of molds you and builds you into a badass that like, say like you do end up becoming rich because of that, but then like in a Rocky 5 scenario you lose it all, you'll still be fine because you still have all of that. You built it. It got you there in the first place, so you can bounce back and get there again. Whereas like if you don't focus on the little things and you only focus on the big things, you might get lucky and manifest some things, but if it does get taken away, you're going to be back to square one again. So focus on the little things too, is basically what I was saying. Again, take this all with a grain of salt. These are just downloads that I got from my shroom trip that I felt like sharing. Just to share with you guys, for you guys to consider as well. Of course, do what you will, believe what you want, as always. But yeah, thank you guys to anyone that listened, and peace out.